Hi guys. Oh my god. Change of scenery. How we liking it? How's the vibe? How's the I'm at my new apartment. I moved out from my house. I only moved like an hour away. But this is my new apartment. She's kind of cute. We're vibing. Anyways, hi guys. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope everything's going well for you. I'm doing another movies that I watched this week. I only watched two. There's only two of them. But let me tell y'all, they were riveting, eye-catching, jaw-dropping, all that. So let's get into it. The first movie I'm going to talk about is Citizen Kane. Okay, yeah, I watched this 2 weeks ago. What about it? I watched it again. This time I put Michael on that wave because I said, listen, you need to vibe. You need to like this movie. Let me tell y'all, I liked it so much the first time, which if you didn't watch my video, you can watch it. I'll put it in the card. And I talked about how I really liked it. I liked it even more this time. I thought it was so good. I think the way the movie plays out, it really shows you how twisted Orson Welles or Citizen Kane's mind is in this movie. I mean, this man, Charles Foster Kane, was so enthralled or enraptured. Is that even a word? We're making it a word. He was so taken over by the idea of power and success. Really, all this man needed was some love, some real true love. And he tried to buy that from people. He tried to get that from people. He tried to get them to give it to him willingly or unwillingly. It's so twisted, and I think it's so good. The cinematography, let me tell y'all something. My favorite scene from this movie, when he's running for governor of New York, and there's a scene and it cuts to him, and you know, he has this podium, he's giving this speech to his audience, he's like campaigning, and in the background of the scene is this humongous poster with his last name, so it just said Kane on it, all black and white, and you just see how grandiose it is, how big they made his face and how like humongous he looked in the poster, and then how small he looked as a man giving the speech. I don't know, to me, it was so beautiful, but aside from the visual aspects, I thought it meant so much because in your mind, you're seeing this man painted as this huge guy, so grandiose, loved by everyone or hated by a lot of people. And yet he was really just small because really what he wanted, he never had. And really what he wanted, he never got. It's so amazing, and I love this movie. I will be revisiting it. I keep enjoying it the more I watched it. And so that was the first one. Michael liked it too, so it was a vibe. If I had to rate this movie, honestly, I'd probably give it like a 5 out of 5. I'm not even gonna lie. That's how good it is. Period. The second movie I watched was Whiplash. Y'all, I'm gonna have to shout out one of my best friends, Johnsy, for making me watch this because this shit was insane. When I tell you palms were sweaty, face was moving everywhere, mind was racing 1,000 miles an hour, my heart was beating so fast. This movie was freaking nuts, and I loved every second of it. It was so good. In this movie, we follow this boy named Andrew. He's 19, played by Miles Teller. Yes, Divergent Miles Teller, period. He popped off with this part too. And he gets into this really prestigious New York City school called Schaefer. It's like a music school. And essentially, it's him trying to become, he's a drummer, and it's him trying to push his limits. It's him trying to become the greatest of all time, like a lot of his favorites in the movies that he talks about. His teacher, his name's Fletcher, he takes it to the next extreme. This man is, when I tell you this man is psycho, he is psycho. He's crazy, he's insane, but you can tell, I mean, it's just them back and forth, really. Like him pushing Andrew to his limits, Andrew fighting back, telling him, I deserve this part, I do this, I do. It's just this whole thing. We get to see him in his journey, but he pushes it to the point of trying to be perfect because, again, he's trying to be one of the greatest, and he sacrifices a lot for it. When I tell y'all, I will not spoil this film, obviously, because this is simply a review, but let me tell y'all something. The way this movie attacks the idea of perfectionism or pushing yourself to your limits to even lose your mental health or your humanity is insane. It does it so well. This movie truly made me feel every single thing that Andrew himself was feeling. And even the few other characters that weren't really main characters, I really truly felt the anxiety. I mean, it was like, I was like the entire time like sweating. I told Jazzy, I called her, I was like, oh my God, that was insane. It's so good because while 100% of the people that talk about this movie love it and think it's so great because it is, you have about 50% of the people loving it because they idolize Andrew and they think that him getting rid of friends, getting rid of family, pushing himself to his limits to become this greatest player ever is like, they idolize that and they think that's what they want to do in life. And then you have the other 50% saying, no, this is not that. This is an attack on that. This is saying you lose everything that you actually want and have and desire and love just to pursue this passion. So many mixed ideas on whether they think it was a happy ending or whether they think it was not a happy ending. At the end of the day, it was good. And I recommend everybody to watch it. I'm like sweating thinking about it right now. Oh, this movie is easily a 5 out of 5. I'm not joking. The soundtrack, period. The plot, period. The pacing, period. The cinematography, so good. Please watch this movie. Yeah, guys, so that's it. I only watched 2 movies, like I said. Hopefully I can watch even more this next week, but I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you've watched these movies and want to talk about them, let me know. My socials are always down below. And I will see y'all again next week with another video. We'll see if it's movie related. We'll figure that out. I hope y'all have a good rest of your week, and I love y'all, and I'll see y'all later.